Hello, online crew. How are you? So what are we going to talk about today is 10 ways to potentially fail at your social media marketing. Now, I certainly don't want to concentrate on the negatives or talk about the things that can all go wrong, but I think it is very important to highlight some of the obstacles, pitfalls, some of the things that people miss, that could mean that your social media efforts, the things that you're doing on social media are wasted, which is certainly not something we want for you or your business. So if you are here with me live, say hello, give me the palm tree emoji. You can see that I'm on the StreamYard software. I've put a link to that if you want to check this out for yourself. Free software with all these wonderful features. And what I'm exploring with StreamYard and why I'm trialing it quite a few days in a row is to test the reach. So sometimes when we use third-party tools to go live, it can limit our reach. And I have certainly found that on the odd occasion when I've used software called BeLive TV. Doesn't seem to be happening with StreamYard, which is a good thing, but I'm still testing. So I'm testing and evaluating, but I'm loving this sort of software. So let's see who's on, and we can do awesome, cool things like this. So hello, Olive. How are you? Thank you for saying hello to Henry. Oops, Henry. Because I'm on my computer, the camera's backwards, so I'm still trying to get used to sort of that part of it. Hey, Sal. Hey, Judy. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Hey, Dawn. Who else have we got? We've got Rob. We've got Mel. We've got Vivi. Look at all these people jumping on. This is awesome. So we've got Barbara as well. So very cool, very cool. So as you're jumping in, give me the emojis. So where am I going? There. The palm tree emoji is the emoji that we've adopted for our community here. If we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin, and I am your online crew captain. So we have the most awesome online crew community here where we are representing home-based business owners. Hello, Sean. How are you? Hello, Sandrine. How are you? Great to see you all jumping on. Where, when I say home-based business owners, I mean people with a small business, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, those in the MLM industry. So what we're doing here is learning to leverage social media to use modern online strategies to build our business. So when we do that, we can all have cranking successful businesses, and we can all get on the SS Martin and go for a holiday together. Who's up for that? If you are up for that and you're up for drinking margaritas or whatever your poison of choice is with me, put the word me down below. Who's coming with me on the SS Martin? So we have a goal for that for 2020. So we got some work to do. So hence my topic today, I want to alert you to some of the things that you don't want to do to make sure that whatever you do on social media, it's helping you grow and helping your business be successful, and don't fall into some of these pitfalls of these 10 things that I'm about to mention, because it could mean that, maybe you're not going to be as successful as you want to be. So Olive is coming on the SS Martin. Vivi is coming on the SS Martin. Crystal is coming on the SS Martin. Awesome. Now, who did I see you also jump on? We've got Judy and Bob on. Hello, Judy. Great to see you. And Bob, great to see you. And we've got Judy, the other Judy, coming on the SS Martin. Oh, and we've got the cruise ship. So, yeah, if you are part of my online crew coaching community, where my online crew leaders are, you get to put the cruise ship emoji down there like Judy and Bob have. So if you're part of my free Facebook community, there is a link to that group sitting at the bottom of this live. So if you can't see it live, after you get off the live, it'll be sitting at the bottom of the live. You can get access to my free Facebook group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. And I put copies of these live so you don't miss it over there, but also just social media updates that I do not put on this page. So, things that are sort of happening out there in social media land, I put over there and not here on my public page. So that's completely free. If you want to join us over there, there is a link to it below this live video. There's an automatic link to it. If you go back to my page, you can find that. Patricia, hello, good morning. How are you? Well, it's good morning in Patricia's part of the world, which is my part of the world, but for you it might be nighttime. Patricia's coming, and Sean is having a whiskey on the rocks. He's going straight for the hard stuff. Hello, Tina. How are you going? The cruise ship of the year, the SS Martin 2020. That's what we are aiming for. And look at all these beautiful emojis here. So we've got our community. Our free Facebook community is The Fish, and my private Facebook community, which is called Online Crew Coaching, for those that want to learn how to be leaders online and actually get some practical help. So if you want to be part of that community and like these guys, putting the cruise ship emoji down below, that's how you get access to that community. So at the moment, I'm running an attraction marketing boot camp. So I did day 1 yesterday. I'm going to do day 2 straight after this live, and I'm sharing my complete journey with attraction marketing, what I've done well, what I've not done well, my struggles and challenges that I've had within network marketing. I shared some of those with the group sort of yesterday. But how it's worked for me, how I've built a profile here and on my other page, and used attraction marketing to help me sort of get plus, 70 people plus in my network marketing business in the last few months. So, I'll just take that off. Sorry. Come back to your beautiful comments. We've got Anna on, and Anna is coming on the SS Martin. Rob's and he's coming too, and we've got Crystal, so it's all happening, so fabulous. So let's get on to the topic for today, which is 10 things that is a sure sort of fire fail, that's for lack of better words, with social media, which are not going to serve you well if you are a trap to one of these things. And some of them, this is not my creation. This is something that's been that I've researched, that have found to be the common pitfalls and potential things that you may or may not be doing that could lead to your demise on social media rather than your rise on social media. So I just wanted to let you know what they are, and hopefully none of you are falling into these traps, but it's just food for thought, things to think about in your journey on social media, because it's very easy to use, but it's also very easy not to use. So if we're doing certain things, or, like one of them is, you're just not consistent on it, those kind of things are all going to lead to your demise on social media. Social media moves way too fast for you not to be doing, certain things on a consistent basis. So I'll just, get onto the list here. So I'm just reading for some notes down here. And I guess, these days in social media, you know how busy it is. So social media moves really fast. Just take a look at your news feed and scroll through your news feed, and you're getting thrown stuff sort of left, right, and center. And it's very visual, and there's always content going on your feed. And Facebook have to work out from about 3,000 posts, which 300 basically that they're going to put in front of you every day. So we are competing with each other in social media, and this is where it's really important that you have a few things nailed down to make sure that your efforts on social media are not hearing crickets, which is very easy to do if you're not on top of what's going on at the moment, you're not keeping up with the trends, you're not consistent, and all those kind of things. So these are the things that we want to be aware of, okay? So number 1 on their list was not being social on social media. So a lot of people are happy to take what social media gives them. Like, I can turn up to you live, I could not acknowledge any of your comments, I could not go back after the live and comment with any of you. I could just show up and deliver my content, which is, I'm sitting here going, I'm here, but I'm being far from social. So social media platforms are exactly that. We've got to be social. So don't just deliver content on social media and leave it at that. If you want, I've said this many a time, if you want the love from social media, if you want your profile to grow, if you want a business page to grow, you have to give love to get love back. So we need to be really, really social media, especially really social on social media, especially in the beginning. Be really wary of that. I see a lot of people set up pages and they start doing lives and they start doing live consistently and they're posting 3 times a day and they're not getting any interaction because they're new. You've got to take that into consideration, guys. When you're new, you may not get a lot of interaction and engagement, but if you keep showing up and you do, then you've got to give the love big time. You've got to give the love to get the love. So not being social on social media is unfortunately far more common than you think. Okay. What's going on in the comments here? You lost all your comments too? Are you having problems with comments? Someone's having problems with comments. I've been doing much better at commenting back on most everything I post and live. And, you know, I can't stress to you a couple of little tips is that the importance of your Facebook lives and posts are in the first 90 minutes. So if you do a live, then you want to have a few minutes after your live to be able to interact with the people that were on your live. What Facebook doesn't like is that if you go live or you post something and then you go running away. So that's not being social on social media. So you post something, you get good engagement in the first 90 minutes and you don't respond back, it won't do you any favors with the algorithm. So the first 90 minutes of a post or a live are the most crucial. Okay. So you lost all your comments tonight. So that was on your Facebook Live, Rob. So someone else is suffering from it other than me. And maybe StreamYard is actually solving that problem for me. If I went live on my phone, quite potentially I might not have comments either. But I think there's something a little bit wonky going on, guys, because I'm hearing of a few people that are having the same problem. I've had that problem for quite a while, but I'm hearing that people are having that problem that haven't had the problem before. So there might be something a little bit wonky going on. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Number 2, people that treat social media like a side project. Now, I know what you're all thinking then, you know, when you're in a home-based business, you know, and you're doing this business on the side, it's like, well, that's fitting because I've got a full-time job or, you know, other things. So what I would take from that is, you know, coming in and out of your journey on social media. If you want to build a business on social media, you've got to keep the activity up and not treat it like a side project. If you know that you need to do lives on social media, which I would recommend that you do, then pick your days and times that you go live and do that on a regular basis. So if you just do it whenever you feel like it, you're not going to get a lot of traction from it. When you post when you just feel like it, you're not going to get a lot of traction from social media. So treat it like, even if it's not like on a full-time basis, you're still doing it on the side. You've got to have things planned and doing it sort of regularly to try to get any benefit from it. I'm hoping that's making sort of sense to you. Okay. What was the third one? The third one is really very relevant to what I just mentioned with the other 2, and that's just being inconsistent. If you come in and out of your activity on social media, that's exactly how you're going to, you know, get what am I trying to say? So the reaction from it will be in and out. The success of your business will be in and out. You won't have the consistency to build momentum. So you've got to be consistent on social media with your posting, with your Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives for you should be a non-negotiable. If you're not there yet, then find out a way to get there. Join something like the video challenge, you know, a video challenge, which we're just wrapping up as we speak. Some are finished and some are still finishing off, depending on what time zone they're in. But somehow get yourself familiar with Facebook Live and be consistent at it. The future of your business is on social media. And it is going live. So you've got to bring those things. Well, I would recommend that you bring those things into your business and do them really sort of consistently. Number 4. Oh, what did Crystal do? I made a big announcement on what I've committed to on my live today. Oh, I haven't seen that yet, Crystal. So that sounds exciting. I'm happy for you. So I'll look forward to seeing what that is when I catch your video. The 4th one is very similar to number 2, but it's ignoring, you know, your followers or your fans. People don't like to be sort of talked at. And I mentioned this on a live the other day, we've got to be very, very mindful of driving conversations on social media. You know, asking for, like, you guys are commenting and I'm showing your comments and I'm interacting with you and engaging with you. It's about what we want to strive for is having a conversation on social media rather than just talking at people. You know what it's like in reality when somebody just talks at you and they're not really listening. And, you know, you say something and their eyes start to wander. And it's like, they're not listening to me at all. They're just nodding their head and smiling, but they're not really listening to what I'm saying. So it may, depending where you are on your journey, it may take you a while to get, you know, interaction and engagement. But as I said before, with the 90 minutes, you want to acknowledge any kind of comment or any kind of interaction and engagement as soon as possible. People will respond when you give them some love. Okay. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Top fan, Jennifer. We got lots of top fans on live at the moment. It's awesome. Number 5, not measuring your metrics, not taking notice of what content you post that gets more interaction, engagement, and versus what doesn't. Those of you with business pages, are you looking at your insights? Are you testing and looking at the numbers as to what people resonate with more and what they don't? If you're not looking at that kind of information, how do you know what's working? How do you really know what's working and what's not if you're not evaluating what you've done in the past as to what you need to do more of and what you need to do less of? So one of the biggest mistakes in social media is people just push stuff out. It's just like, oh, I've got to post something today, or I've got to post 3 times a day. So they put stuff out, or I really need to go live. You haven't prepared anything. It's 5 minutes before you're going live, but you said you were going to go live. So you go live, you got nothing prepared and you just talk. Like, it's not, and that's not necessarily a bad thing depending what you're talking about. But if you're not sort of looking at what's worked for you in the past and what's not worked for you, and topics and headings and posts and types of posts, you know, lives versus content versus asking a question versus a poll versus sharing content, all of that kind of stuff, and working out what people are resonating with and what people aren't, then you are flying blindly. And if you want to treat this business like a business on social media, you can't fly blindly. You've got to be really smart about, you know, those kind of things. Okay. Number 6, only written material. So for those of you that have not conquered the live fear yet, doing Facebook Lives or doing regular Facebook Lives, so you come in and out of Facebook Lives, you're missing a huge opportunity for yourself on social media. So it's just part of the equation. And pages that are just full of written posts versus pages that go live are probably not going to go as well. Lives get the most sort of maximum exposure from Facebook because it's video for one, and it's its own video platform, being Facebook Live. So anything with live component, even Instagram, you can go live on YouTube now, you can go live on LinkedIn now. Like any of those platforms, you should be incorporating going live and not doing all written material. There is no faster way, hopefully you're aware of this, there is no faster way from people to get to know, like, and trust you other than hearing you and seeing your face. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, send me some likes and loves. I don't know if I can see likes and loves on StreamYard. Probably not, but give me some and we'll see if I can. I doubt that I can, but anyway. Number 7, forgetting that people buy from people and really concentrating on personal branding. How many times does this have to show up, guys? Personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. Here it is in number 7, forgetting that people buy from people. So people, they want to know who the person behind the business is. They want to know who you are, especially in the home-based business industry. It's people-based. So people buy into you before they buy into your things. If people don't like you, they're not going to buy your things. So personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. Get on a business page and brand yourself personally. Okay, I've said that a lot. I hope you're listening to the message. Those of you that haven't gone there yet, it is time. It is definitely time. And with a warning, when I say, business page and personal branding, please make sure that you've got some training around branding. I'm doing my branding course at the moment. We just started this week. It's not too late to join if you want to message me, but it's all about your branding message. What do you stand for? What do you want to let people know that you do? What do you help people with? All that kind of stuff. So personal branding on social media is more important now than it ever was before. And particularly in this industry. This is the future of your business. It's not your company. Remember, you don't own the company. You make no decisions regarding the company. You have no control. If it falls over, you fall over. But if you never brand yourself with the company specifically, then if they fall over, it doesn't mean you fall over. You just find yourself another company. So there are so many different reasons. I won't go into all of them, obviously, now, but there are so many reasons why you would want to brand yourself. Can you put the link up for your branding course? I certainly can. The other good thing I love about StreamYard is obviously it's connected to my account. So I put these, so that's how you get access to it. So I've just put up video 2 today. So it's a 4-week course. We've only just started a couple of days ago. So plenty of opportunity to catch up and get on board. Just a little side note, the thing with StreamYard that I like is that these banners here, it's obviously recognized with my account. They stay there every time I come on. So I had these up a couple of days ago and they're just still all sitting in there. So the one that I showed you before, that one, they all just sort of sit in there. So this is really, really cool software if you guys are going live, but not only for going live. If any of you do any kind of training and you want to share your screen, this does it for as well. And all these features at the moment, because it's new, they're all free. So it's the only one I've found where you can do everything for free at the moment. I don't know that it will always stay that way. But for the moment, it certainly is. So it's good stuff. And as I said, I'm testing organic reach. And I'll let you know how I go with that, because normally when you use third-party tools to go live and you don't use the direct live through Facebook, it can limit your reach. So that's why I'm continuing to use it and just test it. So I'll let you know how I go with that. So 7 was personal branding. Number 8 is winging it. Just, throw something up here, do a live there. Just, I want to do some stuff on social media, but you're just here, there, and everywhere. You got no strategy, got no content creation plan. You're just doing what you think is right. So that's what we call winging it, and winging it on social media doesn't cut it anymore. Maybe a couple of years ago you could get away with it, but not now. Not now with the algorithm. Winging it with the algorithm won't work, and it won't do you any favors. And unless you're working the algorithm the right way and you know what you're doing, you know what areas to concentrate on. At the moment, that's Facebook stories. You must be using Facebook stories because of what's coming. Maybe you don't see it now, but because of what's coming. And with the news feed eventually disappearing somewhere along the line in the future, it's not going to be immediate, but we need to be embracing all this sort of new stuff. Okay. Number 9, providing useless content. One of the things that I see a lot with personal branding is that people brand themselves one way, and then when you go to their page, a lot of their content is just ski whiff. There's something to do with one topic over here. So it may be dogs over here, then it's cats over here, and dog people aren't cat people generally, or vice versa. And then there's a recipe of a smoothie over there, and then there's something to do with personal development over here, and then there's something political over there, and like all the content on the page is all over the place. So that is going to confuse somebody in social media. It's not clear what you do. Your branding may be one thing, but the content that you are delivering to your audience is all over the place. So you really need to be aware of the content that you're providing and that it's what your target market is looking for. And that comes down to like the things I go through in my branding course in relation to, do you know your target market? Because if you don't know your target market, you don't know their pains and struggles, and then you could be talking about the wrong stuff on social media and attracting. The one thing about social media is people get excited because they're like, oh, there's billions of people using Facebook every month. Yes, there are. But if you're not niching down as to who you want to attract out of those billions of people, then you're here, there, and everywhere. And that's exactly what your business is going to be like, here, there, and everywhere. The more specific that you are on social media about what you do, what you help, your personal branding, your consistency, your content creation, all of that, and you know what you stand for, you know your pains and struggles of your target market, and you're in tune with that, and your content is in line with that, that's when you're going to have success on social media, as long as you're consistent. Okay. And number 10, I guess it's in line with some of the others as well. And remember, I didn't make these up. These are the top 10 that I've researched from a research paper. Not taking social media seriously. So it's quite similar to others that I've mentioned there, and coming in and out of social media, just winging it on social media, just not really taking it seriously. And social media gives us the ability to do that. So we can come in and out of social media. You can do a Facebook Live and then not turn up for 3 weeks and do another Facebook Live. And to you, you've done a good job because you went live. But in this day and age, and yes, unless you've got that consistency going, unless you've got that congruent message to your target market, unless you're moving into the world of a business page and doing it properly. And I'm not saying you can't create curiosity and intrigue on a personal business page, personal profile. You certainly can, but you want to lead people over to a business page in this day and age. And where Facebook is headed, you want to be on a business page, and there's a lot of features that business pages are getting now and will continue to get that we haven't had before, because they do not want people pushing a business on their personal profiles. It's not social media. That's not being social. Hey, Laura's jumped on. How are you, Laura? You getting ready for the big secret, Laura? Did you sleep last night, Laura? What that's about is I'm on day 2 of the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp in my coaching community today. And yesterday's training, day 1, I left them hanging with the big secret to how attraction marketing really works. So we're about to discover that, Laura, in about 15 minutes or so. So I'll see you over there soon, Laura. Hello, Barbara. How are you? You're unable to come at the moment. We'll watch a replay. No worries at it. And Laura's on the edge of her seat. Cool. Well, the wait is almost over, Laura. So I'm not going to repeat those 10, but the common theme that I hope you get from that is that you actually take social media seriously. You really look into personal branding for yourself, because remember, people buy into people first, particularly in this industry. Okay, particularly in this industry, this is important. So people buy into people before they buy your things or go into business with you. So that's where the personal branding is really, really important. But please analyze what you're doing already, and if it's working and if it's not. And if it's not working, then that's a big wake-up call to go, okay, what am I missing? What's working? What's not working? What can I do differently from yesterday's live or the one before? I can't remember. It was this week anyway. But working out, okay, I'm not getting any engagement. I'm not getting any interaction. I'm not growing my following. So what can I do differently? And assess that and evaluate that and look at your posts from the past. Wow, that was a really popular post. I want to recycle that post. How do you recycle a post? Little pro tip for you. Go and comment on that post that was buried. You've analyzed it. It was 2 weeks ago, and it's like, man, that was a popular post. Go and stick a comment on your own post and boost it straight up to the top of the news feed again. Recycle it, or post it again, new and fresh a few weeks later. Facebook sends our stuff to different people all the time. So don't ever think that you're repeating yourself on social media, because you might have, let's just say 1,000 followers, Facebook only sends your content to a very small percentage of those 1,000 followers. So you post here, and then that was a really popular post, so you decide to do it again a couple of weeks later. The chances of somebody seeing that exact same post are very minimal. Apart from those people that, like on a business page, they choose to follow you, they do see first, and also remembering that the algorithm does send your content, if you're on a personal profile, to the people that you engage with most. So if you're not getting much engagement or interaction from people on your personal profile, deliberately go and start networking with other people on their pages, leaving them comments, leaving them, compliments, those kind of things. And the algorithm will pick, and if they respond, the algorithm will pick that up, and then they'll start sending you content. I've tested this a couple of times. I'll just leave you with this thought. So there's people that have thought, I'd like to see what they're up to. So then I go and find their page. They're not in my newsfeed. I go and find them and start interacting on their page. And then they respond like, thanks, Helen, what are you up to, whatever. And then suddenly I'm seeing their stuff in my newsfeed. That's the way the algorithm works. So if you want different people looking at your stuff on your personal profile, go and start networking yourself first. And if there's any engagement there, the algorithm will change. But unless you're doing the networking, unless you're being social on social media, that won't change. Okay? Laura, we need to resurrect our previous lives from the last challenge. Well, you could do that too. If you had really good lives that have been in the past, go and resurrect them. Go and put a post on them. Send them straight back up to the news feed on your business page or something like that. That's exactly right. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Yeah, it is a good idea, Laura. Sean, Laura, and Sean. Sean's saying it is a good idea, Laura. You know what I'm talking about, guys. But unless you're looking at that stuff, so Laura obviously knows in the back of her mind that she had some really good Facebook Lives from the previous challenge. How does she know that? She must have looked at the number of views or the engagement or something like that, and she knows that she's got good material in the past to resurrect and maybe bring back to the top of the news feed now. Any piece of content on social media is able to be resurrected to the top of the news feed. And I find it, I'll finish in a second, because Laura's champing at the bit to get in the boot camp. It amazes me when a post comes up to the newsfeed. It's 12 months old, and people are commenting as if it's just gone up like 5 minutes ago. Oh, can I have that? Oh, that's really cool. And it's like, don't you guys realize this post was 12 months old? But no, they don't. It just got pushed in front of the newsfeed. Nobody looks at the date. So if you've got really cool content that you want to resurrect, go and find it, put a comment on it, get it back up to the top of the news feed and recycle your good stuff, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that because I have to get on to day 2 of the boot camp very shortly. So those of you that are in my online crew coaching community, which is that one there, we are on day 2 of the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp. Any of you that want to join us in that, everything's recorded. You can watch the replays. You can get into that community for $1 to start with. All the details are on that link. So I will leave it there. So I'll see you guys in the coaching community shortly. The rest of you, I will see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. Okay, bye.